So welcome. I'm Judy Utah. I'm the president of the Orange County Asperger's Support Group. And if this is the first meeting you've attended, I wanted to tell you that our mission is to help individuals and families dealing with high-functioning autism, Asperger's, PDD, and OS. And we would like to help them improve their quality of life. We focus on teens and adults, so not the little young kids running around, but teenagers and adults. And we do that through support and support groups. We do that through education, and we do that through social activities. All our applicants are now members of OCASG, so we have offered each one of you a complimentary lifetime membership, and it's not just for you, but it's for you and your family, so 4 of your family members. So we're excited that you could be a part of that. I'm gonna stop sharing now because I'm excited to introduce Deborah. I wanted to let you know that the idea for this award actually came up 6 years ago. And my son Josh informed me that one of his friends from high school had passed away. And I was very proud of Josh because he went and paid a condolence call at the Whittaker family home. And he spent a long, long time talking to Jameson's mother. And Deborah expressed some interest in continuing to help individuals on the spectrum. And he encouraged me to go meet with her after he went and visited Deborah. So I went over to her house and I found her amazing. She had been on many local boards. She had been a member of the board of the AYSO. Her and her husband had fostered children who had been medically fragile, and they had founded nonprofits that work with individuals in the foster care system to improve their life. And so she had been extremely active. And so I was very pleased when I asked her to be a member of the OCASG's board, and she agreed to become a member. And it was at that moment that I think both of us realized that at some point we needed to remember Jameson through a scholarship. So I'd like to introduce Deborah to talk a little bit about Jameson. Deborah.
Hello, sorry, I had to move to a location that was a little less noisy. They started playing a piano where I'm at. Hello, it's wonderful to have all of you here today and have this opportunity to bestow this grant. Working with OCASG has been an amazing experience, and we had some really wonderful candidates who applied, and I think the one that is going to be awarded was definitely a strong contender. So I'm happy to see that. Our son Jameson was on the autistic spectrum, and he loved teaching other kids who were also on the spectrum about their situation and helping them learn all of the different things that they need to do to help make life a little bit easier. So this has been a great follow-up to things that I know he would have been very interested in helping out with and doing. So it's lovely to have all of you here, and we're just very thankful to have this opportunity.
Thanks, Deborah. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again, hopefully. And let's see. So now I wanted to, this year we had 9 applicants for the scholarship. And what's amazing is look at every single one is from a different high school. So these are people who found us all over Orange County. And I find that really exciting. We'd like to recognize some of the finalists who we thought their application stood out just a little bit more. But we really want to recognize each and every one of these applicants because they each are on their own journey and their own path. They each had their own challenges that they had to overcome. They each found ways to bring joy and help to other people. And many of them had amazing academic results in high school and have fantastic plans ahead. So I'm just really proud to have gotten a chance to have a window into each of these people. And I wanted to thank our committee that evaluated our applicants. There's Ken Woodward. Hi, Ken. And Scott Brown.
Hello.
Hi, Scott. And of course, Deborah Whittaker. So just so you understand, the way we looked at this, there's lots of scholarships and recognition of people for their GPA. And for us, in keeping Jameson's spirit alive, it wasn't really just about your GPA. It was more about who you are as a person and how the challenges that you've overcome, because life is full of challenges. You're only 18, 17 years in your journey, and I'm sure you've run into a lot of things, but you're going to have challenges your whole life. And it's about being able to overcome them. And then it's about being able to help others on their journey. And so I'm really excited to share a video about the individual who we selected for the Jameson Whittaker Award. So hope.
In my junior year of high school, I had attended a new school, and this is back when we were all online at the time, and I was struggling to make new friends and get to be familiar with all the school, any clubs. I was taking many advanced placement courses in an attempt to, gain credit, in an attempt to, make myself proud, make my parents proud, just to overall make a name for myself, I guess. And although it sounded like a very good thing, it turned out to be one of the worst mistakes that I could have potentially done to myself. Whilst I started off well, it wasn't until around the second semester, which is when I really started to feel the pressure of it. AP season was coming and I had to, review for 4 classes, and having that in mind, I couldn't mentally handle it, let alone the other classes that I was taking that were not AP courses. So with that in mind, it really just messed things up for me. I was not able to study. I was not able to function. I started receiving poor grades on regular assignments, projects, quizzes, tests, anything along that. It really took a part out of me, and it just really made me question my capacity. It really made me question my worth, and most importantly, it just really made me question my life. During that time period, there were times where I would just go with several hours, days even, without eating, without drinking. I wouldn't converse with anyone, regardless of whether they would try to contact me or not. And sometimes I would just not even leave my room. It got to a point where I did have to go to the ER. I did have a lot of nurses, a lot of doctors talking with me, asking me questions of how I felt, of what happened, how did this happen. And for me at that point, even having the doctors there, it was still just kind of like a lost cause for me. I felt like nothing was gonna get better. I felt like I had failed. I felt like I had already sealed my fate. And overall, I just felt like a failure to society. It wasn't until after that I was placed in a 3-week crisis program. I was met with a counselor, met with a therapist, my own personal therapist and counselor, that would check up on me once every week. We would go over lessons on how to boost my self-esteem. I remember the first week I was skeptical. I was scared. I didn't know who I was going to be talking with. I didn't know if it was going to work. I highly doubted that it was going to work. And but that's just because I really thought that I had failed. But as the weeks progressed and as the days progressed, and as I continued using that advice that was given to me by the counselors, only then had I realized that I do have a meaning in this world. I truly can say that I am ready to embrace life's challenges. I've learned to accept my capacity and who I am as a person. For the first time in a long time, I can truly say I am very proud of myself. It is very important that you be there for someone. I genuinely find joy in being there for someone. This is what I've always loved to do. This is the main reason why, as a career, I would like to become a speech language pathologist. I feel that it is very important to help others that are in need, to support them, and to give them the resources that they need to better themselves.
Patricio, Nora, and Jesus are there. Would you like to take yourself off mute? And I think you have something to present to Patricio, Nora. So unmute yourself, please.
Patricio, thank you, everybody. And it's with great honor that I present, on behalf of all the nice folks on the other side, this award to you.
And this is the check.
You made us very proud. There's a letter here, and there's a check for you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
for this
everybody.
opportunity.
Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome.
Congratulations, Patricio. Patricio, did you want to say anything before we go?
I just really want to thank everyone for this opportunity and allowing me to express kind of who I am, the challenges that I have endured and that I've been able to overcome, and the fact that I'm not alone in this whole type of process or world, I guess you could call it. There are many others that are genuinely going through something similar, if not worse than what I'm going through. So the fact that I'm placed in an environment that I can relate to several of these individuals is just very special, because it really makes me appreciate everyone and everything. So for that, I'm extremely grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Patricio. Well, that concludes our ceremony for today. For those who were not selected, again, we think you're wonderful people. We were really impressed with many of your applications, and some of you are going into your senior year, so we encourage you to apply again next year. And I want to thank all of you for attending, and thank the Whittakers for their inspiration and support. And we especially want to thank the Garcia family, and we wish Patricio success at Cal State Fullerton, which is a wonderful school. So thanks, everybody, and have a wonderful evening. Bye.
Thank you.